Southeast Asian sailors. Humans have navigated the open oceans for thousands of years, but new evidence indicates communities in island Southeast Asia, ISEA, and the Philippines set sail aboard advanced boats as much as 40,000 years ago. The archaeological finds, comparable to technology found in much later civilizations, challenge long-held assumptions on when and where early modern peoples around the world first engaged in seafaring. If true, ocean voyages around the Philippines and ISEA could predate even some ancient Polynesian trips. Despite never directly connecting to mainland Asia through land bridges or ice sheets, archaeologists have long documented the presence of early human settlements across ISEA. How they managed to successfully cross hundreds of miles of open water, however, remained a mystery. Given the vast majority of organic boating materials quickly decompose, experts couldn't be sure whether these Paleolithic sailors passively drifted to the islands on rudimentary bamboo rafts, or if they employed more complex techniques and vessels to reach them. After analyzing finds at multiple dig sites across the Philippines, Indonesia, and Timor-Leste, researchers at Ateneo de Manila University now believe the ancient travelers' boats and navigational knowledge surpassed previous hypotheses. Sailors from Southeast Asia have always played a big role in exploring the seas and trading across vast distances. For thousands of years, communities in island Southeast Asia, ISEA, and the Philippines navigated the open oceans with impressive skills. Recent archaeological discoveries change what we thought about these early sailors, showing they were more advanced than previously believed. These findings help rewrite stories of ancient human exploration and trade routes, proving Southeast Asians were true maritime pioneers long before modern ships appeared. The rich maritime heritage of Southeast Asia and the Philippines. Origins of Southeast Asian seafaring. Humans first arrived in Southeast Asia thousands of years ago. Over time, these early settlers learned to make boats and navigate the waters between islands and the mainland. Their lives centered around the sea, shaping their culture and technology. As they explored, they developed smarter ways to survive and thrive on the water. Traditional navigational techniques. Early Southeast Asian sailors relied on natural signs to find their way. They looked at the night sky, using stars as guides. They observed wind patterns, ocean currents, and the flight of birds to predict weather and locate land. Their boats, like outrigger canoes, prows, and junks, were built to handle long open ocean trips. Stories and knowledge of navigation were passed down through generations, keeping their skills alive. Historical significance. Trade routes linked distant islands and the mainland of Asia. Goods like spices, textiles, and metals flowed along these paths. Such trade brought ideas, religion, and culture, shaping the history of Southeast Asia. The region's maritime network grew into a vibrant hub of exchange and interaction, influencing nearby civilizations and beyond. Recent archaeological discoveries indicating advanced seafaring skills. Underwater archaeology in island Southeast Asia. In recent years, scientists found submerged shipwrecks and relic sites in the region. Some of these are thousands of years old, dating back to a time when long-distance voyages were rare. These discoveries shine light on the capabilities of ancient sailors, showing that they were venturing far across the ocean much earlier than we thought. Artifacts and evidence supporting long-distance travel. Archaeologists uncovered preserved boats, navigation tools, and trade goods in digs across Southeast Asia. Finds include Chinese ceramics and Indian beads, suggesting long-distance trade links. These items prove that ancient sailors traveled to distant lands, trading and exchanging culture. Scientific validation. Techniques like carbon dating confirm many of these artifacts are over 2,000 years old. Experts in maritime archaeology highlight the sophistication of the technology used by these early explorers. Their vessels, navigation methods, and travel distances show a mastery well beyond simple boat rides. Technological and navigational innovations of ancient Southeast Asian sailors. Advanced vessel construction. Ancient boats from Southeast Asia had carefully crafted features to stay stable and fast across open waters. Their design allowed for navigation in rough seas, much like modern vessels. These ships were built for endurance, enabling sailors to undertake extended journeys. Navigational mastery. Southeast Asian sailors mastered celestial navigation, using stars as a roadmap. They learned to read environmental clues, like wind and ocean currents, to guide their voyages. Many also observed bird migrations, which indicated the proximity of land. Evidence of long-distance journeys. Historical routes covered hundreds of miles, sometimes reaching remote islands or coastal regions. The ability to navigate these distances shows a complex understanding of the sea and its patterns. Such journeys took skill, patience, and knowledge passed down over generations. Cultural and historical impacts of early seafaring achievements. Spread of languages, religions, and culture. Maritime routes facilitated the exchange of ideas, beliefs, and customs. For example, the spread of Hinduism and Buddhism into Southeast Asia can be traced back to early sailors and traders. These routes connected distant lands, creating a melting pot of culture. Economic and political development. Trade led to the rise of important port cities, such as Srivijaya and Majapahit. These kingdoms grew rich from controlling trade routes and fostering alliances. Their power boosted regional stability and helped spread their influence across Southeast Asia. Contemporary significance. Today, indigenous communities still pass down traditional navigation skills. Recognizing the maritime heritage enriches regional identity and history. It also puts Southeast Asia's role in global maritime history into perspective, as a hub of ancient seafaring mastery. Recent archaeological finds reveal Southeast Asian sailors were more skilled than we ever imagined. Their ability to navigate complex ocean routes thousands of years ago proves that they were true maritime innovators. These discoveries challenge old ideas and invite us to appreciate the region's long-standing seafaring traditions. Supporting archaeological efforts and immersing ourselves in local maritime culture helps us preserve and honor this rich heritage. Southeast Asia's pioneering role in human exploration deserves recognition, inspiring future generations to explore and protect their maritime legacy.